Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Augusta Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to welcome everyone here to our 2013 Candidate Forum. We are proud to have all of our candidates except for one, and our candidates are running for the four ward positions that are open on the City Council, and for 2 seats on the USD 402 School Board. I'd like to thank the City of Augusta for allowing us to use this facility, and it will be televised on the cable channel 7, so be aware of that. I'd like to ask everybody to hold their applause and comments until the very end, and please keep your cell phones on vibrate while we're doing this, please. And I'd like to advise our candidates to speak into the microphone, you know, about maybe this far away from it, so everybody at home can hear you. I'd like to thank Brick Street Bake Shop. We've got some delicious goodies back there at intermission everybody will be able to partake of. Well, let me introduce all of our candidates right now. From running for City Council Ward 1, we have candidates Jason Lowry. There's Jason. And Michael Martin. In Ward 2, we have Mark Knowles and Jamie Hubbard. And in City Council Ward 3, we have Cale Magruder and Mike Rawlings. And City Council Ward 4, we have Ron Rivas, who is not with us tonight, but his wife will be reading an opening statement for him. And we also have Danny Helmer here with us. And for the USD 402 District 1, Seat 4, we have Robert McCalla. There he is. How you doing? And District 2, Seat 5, we have Andrew Hall and Ray Jones. I'd like to introduce our timekeeper tonight is Dr. John Black, Superintendent at USD 402. And also sitting in is the President of the Augusta Chamber, Mr. Kent Bush. And our moderator tonight is Denise Rockers, also a board member of the Chamber of Commerce and broker at Sharp Realty. So I'd like to turn this over to Denise, and thank you again.
We're going to start with the City Council candidates this evening, and we're going to give them each 2 minutes to answer the same question, and then we'll break it up into different wards. But we'll start with Mr. Lowry in Ward 1, and our question that all the candidates are going to answer. Why do you want to be on Augusta City Council, and what background, experiences, skills, and goals make you the best candidate?
Good evening. My name is Cale Magruder, and I'm glad to have an opportunity tonight to give the voters of Ward 3 a chance to meet the council candidates to make informed decisions when they cast their ballot next Tuesday. Just tell you a little bit about myself. I've been married to my wife Cynthia for 14 years now, and in this July will be 14 years. We've got 3 girls ranging in ages from 4 to 10 years old, and I've lived in Augusta now for about 3 years, and without a shadow of a doubt, I can tell you that this is a place that I am very proud and happy to raise my family and want to continue to raise my family. Right now I serve as the senior pastor at the First Southern Baptist Church here in Augusta. I've been serving churches as senior pastor for over 12 years now, and it's taught me a whole lot of lessons that are very applicable to being a council person, including learning how to cast vision and leading people towards that vision. I think it's very crucial that as a council we not micromanage the people that we hire and put in place to run our city. My goal is not to do that. My goal is to equip leaders, to trust those leaders, to oversee what they do, but to trust their work. From the beginning, I decided this race wasn't about running against a particular person. I am running for something, and I am running for the idea that in order for this city to move forward, there needs to be a whole lot more cohesion and cooperation among the members of our city council. I fully understand it's impossible for 8 council members and 1 mayor to always agree on everything, but it is certainly possible for them to act in a professional way that doesn't bring embarrassment to our city, as did the treatment of our city manager, Bill Kiefer, at the January council meeting. The people of this city deserve representatives who will stand up for the right things, call people to be accountable when their actions aren't in line with what the people who elected them have come to expect and deserve. And I realize that not everything in the council you see on TV or in the paper, but I will make informed decisions.
Ward 3, Mr. Rawlings and Mr. Magruder, your first question. What do you consider Augusta's primary assets, and how can we best promote those assets? Mr. Rawlings.
Well, currently, I would say our new schools are our best assets. And if I remember right, about a year ago, we put together, the city council spent some money along with the school board and some realtors, and we aired some commercials showing off our new schools and our downtown area. So between the schools and our downtown district, I think we have something to sell to the rest of the state or to people coming in from out of state. And we need to continue to push those. It's until we get our water problem fixed, though, that really is a drawback. So we need to continue to keep fixing our water problems. That's all I can think of.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Magruder.
I would agree with Mr. Rawlings. I think one model that seemed to work for some of our neighboring communities is to promote and build on our strong school systems, which we have. We're fortunate here in Augusta to have strong school systems, new modern places where we can send our kids to go to school, and I think it would behoove us to use those to our benefit in attracting professionals and businesses to our community who can help aid us and help build our city. Another selling point in our community is a comparatively low property tax rate and the incentives to build and remodel through things like the neighborhood revitalization program. There are also available some financial incentives to businesses who would call Augusta home. We need to continue to promote those things, put those out there and attract the business. It's just important that we use every tool and every asset that we have to promote Augusta as a place to live.
Okay, thank you. For Ward 3, we'll let Mr. Magruder go first, followed by Mr. Rawlings. Augusta's most pressing issue is water. Regarding long-term planning to meet our water infrastructure and supply needs, what areas do we need to place more emphasis and/or resources toward to provide a sustainable water supply?
Well, I think I would agree with the direction the City Council has gone thus far in passing the sales tax to get the water line started. It's going to take a number of years to do that. I'm also in full agreement with exploring the Walnut River as a way to replenish our lake, especially in the off months. There'll be certain years we can't do that. I think we need to move forward quickly with that to have our lake as a backup water source. But I think as citizens, we're also going to have to face the fact that drought is forecasted for this year, and that we are probably going to be under stricter water restrictions than we have in the past. Now, it's not going to make some people happy, but we're going to have to do that in order to maintain what we have now and to build into the future.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Rawlings?
In my notes, I have water. Some years we have too much, like in '98, and some years we don't have enough. And it's been that way for 50 plus years that I can remember. And I'm proud to say that as I've been on the City Council, we've done a number of things to improve our water system. We've put in a new raw water line from the city lake to our water plant. Currently that's not going to help us, but we've put up a new water tower. We've continually worked on our water line infrastructures. We have explored other avenues of water, such as the Douglas Reservoir. We looked into that. It's not feasible at this time, and I'm happy to say that we are moving forward to getting our water line between here and El Dorado fixed, so that it will supply water for many years to come. And we just need to keep going the way we've chosen to go.
Thank you. Ward 3, Mr. Magruder?
I think the voters of Ward 3 have one of the most difficult decisions to make at the ballot box on Tuesday. Mr. Rawlings has been a faithful servant of our city, but what I have to offer you is a fresh set of eyes to look at the issues that are going to face us in the next 4 years and beyond. I'm not naive enough to think that everything that happens in a council meeting I read about in the paper or can read about in the minutes. Those packets that they give the council members are sometimes upwards of 130 pages of information to process. But what I do have to offer you is a strong voice that will speak boldly even when it's not popular. What I have to offer you is leadership that's been proven in the fields of EMS, volunteer firefighting, ministry, and community involvement. So if you're ready for a fresh perspective and a bold voice, vote for Cale Magruder on Tuesday.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Rawlings, also for Ward 3.
Well, I want to take this time to thank Ward 3 for the last few times they've elected me, and I would hope that I have your support again. But I would want to say, whoever you elect from Ward 3, you're going to get a good candidate this time. And I have no bones about Mr. Magruder. He has no axe to grind. He only has our city's goodness in his heart and what he wants to do, such as I. So I just appreciate your vote, and let's hope that we can get a new city manager hired quickly and get on down the road with our things we need to do.